Women are confusing. Um, I feel like I'm glad I've been watching this dude called The Social Man, and I've been watching this dude called Jordan Peterson, and they've been kind of helping me understand the framework of not just women, but just like the capable man. And it's like, they help me understand what ghosting is about. Um, help me understand like the humanity of women, the humanity of men, and that like maybe you shouldn't listen to those people who try to insist on this paradigm of like there are just two types of people, and if you aren't in the second camp, then you're pretty much out of luck. You're SOL. And I'm like, that's stupid. That's bogus too. You telling me there's only winners and there's only losers? That the losers can't be winners if they try hard enough, if they learn, if they apply themselves, and that's what it seems to be. And that's one thing I kind of hated because it was like it was just like those who were disagreeable, who were extroverted, who knew what they wanted, who were yeah pretty much disagreeable, um, and and those who might be handsome, they'll be they'll be higher up the echelon, and I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, but but just because they are doesn't mean that you can't compete. And that's one thing I've always had this idea of just competition, because even if you can't you can't compete with the higher ups, like the people all the way up. You can boost yourself a bit where you are formidable. You know that a woman might be like, and again, these women are deities. They're not deities. They're just women who looking for some dudes, or women who got their own careers. Women, people got their own lives, and I think it's good to remember that, but also not assume. And again, I might be assuming, but I think it's just good to just think that, like, women are people too, and let's not forget that they're women and they got their own chemical stuff, their own biological stuff, their own interests, their own sociological expectations. Even now, sociological conditioning, behaviors, and so do we. And well, we men, and it's just I think it's good for people to just remember that. Just like, yeah, we have our differences, but we have our similarities, and so it's just better not to treat each other better than one another, because if we do that, and it's not to say, hey, you shouldn't be capable as a person, um, to essentially attract that desired person, that desired mate, but it is good to be like, oh, okay, maybe she won't think like I do, and I forgot my point. That wasn't even my point. But um I guess just understanding, like, you know, um we are similar, so we don't have to fear each other. Men don't have to fear women. And I say that because the sociological expectation is that men should approach women, and that women should just kind of be invited. And it's not really a constant thing in that. It's just when the context is appropriate. So if a woman finds a dude attractive, she might do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, to be like, hey, come around. And he might have to, when he catch the signal, he'd be like, oh, okay, I'm coming around, you know. And I kind of don't like the idea of like women like, oh, we already know, like, yeah, women, there's a majority, there's a, from what I can understand, the science is that women mature faster than men, so they'll know what's up before you know what's up. And I think even if it's a minority or an anomaly for men to mature just as fast as women, or if not faster, then it's like the standards are still around, So even if that's the case, I just want to deify uh, women, because women say, "Oh, you guys are you like it's great for like motivation stuff and using hyperbolic language for motivation," but I don't believe that women are, "Oh, you're gods." I'm like, no, you're not. You're just regular old women, and the men, you're regular old men, and Like, you can do whatever you want, have your standards or whatever, but it's just like, I just want to say for these dudes who might be afraid of women, just like they're just women, and it's okay to talk to them. And sometimes some of them are gonna be rude, and maybe it's the society that we live in that encourages them or gives them the higher likeliness to be rude, to be like, you're not what I'm looking for, so don't talk to me. And it's like, what if I just want to talk to you just to talk to you, you know? And it's just whatever, But yeah, just treat these women like they're women. Don't treat them like they're gods, because they're women. They deserve appreciation and respect, but they're not anything but mortal creatures in the same way that men are. Yeah.